Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's sparking a huge conversation about travel, immigration, and the current political climate in the United States. It involves a very well-known figure, Vishen Lakhiani, the founder and CEO of the personal growth company. Imagine this. You're a successful entrepreneur. You run a US-based company, you've lived in the country for over 2 decades, and you hold what's known as an O1 visa specifically for individuals with extraordinary ability or achievement. You'd probably think traveling into the US would be a pretty smooth process, right? Well, for Vishen Lakhiani, his recent arrival in Miami was anything but routine. Lakhiani, who is of India-Malaysian origin, recently landed in Miami and was immediately intercepted by 2 FBI officials right as he stepped off the plane. He shared his experience in a video that quickly went viral. He explained that the officials questioned him about his recent international travels, which included stops in places like Istanbul, Dubai, and Brazil. They didn't stop there. They also asked him to provide all of his social media handles and even his personal WhatsApp number. Now, one thing Vishen made very clear in his account was that the FBI agents themselves were super nice and professional. He acknowledged that they were simply doing their jobs. However, despite their courteous demeanor, the experience left a lasting impact. He admitted that the incident made him feel genuinely anxious about future travel to the United States, a country where he has built a significant part of his life and business. This is where the story broadens from a personal anecdote to a much larger commentary. Lakhiani used his platform to connect his experience to what he sees as a worrying trend of rising fearmongering and xenophobia in American politics. In a detailed Instagram post, he expressed his frustration. He wrote, "I hold an O1 visa, a visa for people of extraordinary talent, and I was still stopped by the FBI." He lamented that the United States, a country he once deeply admired for its openness, is becoming increasingly closed and narrow-minded. He places the blame squarely on politicians who, in his view, use immigrants as scapegoats to distract from their inability to offer real solutions to the country's problems. To provide some context to his frustration, Lakhiani reminded everyone of his deep ties to the U.S. He stated, "For the record, I am the CEO of an American company with 230 employees globally and have been paying American taxes for 22 years. His public posts have been filled with a palpable sense of disappointment. He concluded one of his messages by saying the atmosphere in the U.S. has become insane and that he can wait for the next election, hoping for a shift in the political landscape. This incident has really struck a chord with people all over the world. The comment sections on his posts and news articles are flooded with reactions. Many people are expressing solidarity with, sharing their own similar experiences of being questioned or scrutinized at the border, even when they have valid visas and legitimate reasons for travel. They echo his sentiment that the process has become more stressful and unpredictable in recent years. Others are arguing from a different perspective. They defend the actions of the FBI and customs officials, saying that enhanced security measures are necessary to protect national security. They believe that questioning travelers, regardless of their status or background, is a standard and essential part of the job. For them, it's not about xenophobia, but about diligence. This raises some really important questions for all of us. Where do we draw the line between necessary security protocols and practices that could be perceived as discriminatory or xenophobic? How does the political rhetoric of a country influence the day-to-day experiences of people crossing its borders? And what does it mean when someone like Vishen Lakhiani, a global entrepreneur who fits the very definition of extraordinary talent that the U.S. visa system was designed to attract, feels unwelcome? His company, Mindvalley, is all about personal growth, mindfulness, and global community. It's ironic that its leader, who promotes a message of unity, would face an experience that feels so divisive. The story is a powerful reminder that policies and political climates have real-world consequences for real people. It's not just an abstract debate. It affects individuals, their families, and their businesses. It impacts how the United States is perceived on the global stage, especially by the talented professionals and entrepreneurs it claims to want to attract. Lakhiani's willingness to speak out has opened up a dialogue that is both difficult and necessary. It forces us to look at the systems in place and ask if they are functioning as they should. Are they keeping the country safe while also upholding its values of being a welcoming place for talent and diversity? As this story continues to unfold and generate discussion, it will be interesting to see if it leads to any broader changes or at least a more public conversation about the entry process into the U.S. It highlights the tension between security and openness, a challenge that many countries are grappling with today. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever had a similar experience while traveling? Do you think this is a case of necessary security or a symptom of a larger political issue? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your perspectives on this complex issue. Thanks for watching today. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more discussions on current events and the stories shaping our world. I'll see you in the next one.